Hulk Hogan has passed away. Now, I want to talk about what I think about this. I'm not a massive Hulk Hogan guy. I never was. Um, but, but, what I do know is he had his faults. I know that. But what I do know, he was a pioneer of the wrestling world, and you can't say he wasn't. I mean, he is the reason why we're all watching wrestling now. Why wrestling carried on, really. It's because of him. I know he lied. I know like he was like horrible to people, etc. I understand that. I understand his faults. Well, I don't know 100%, but like I know of his faults, I guess. But he was a pioneer to everyone in the wrestling world. And people, us that watch it as well. Us that watch wrestling and are all about it. When I found out that he died, I made a video the other day. Actually, I think it was 2 days ago I made it. And I heard from Jimmy Hart that Hulk Hogan isn't well. He can't breathe properly. He can't talk. I thought, oh, I don't really believe it, really. I'm not 100% sure myself. But now he's passed away. So that must have been true. That must have been true. And I did hear whispers that he was going to hospital and, you know, they were looking after him and all that lot. But I was just, again, I was like, oh, whether it's true or not, I don't know whether to believe it or whatever. But it was all true. And it just shows, like, you know, it just shows you, like, no one ever knows, really. No one ever knows what people are going through. And I feel like that's the case with Hulk Hogan. No one knew what he was really going through. And now, you know, he's not here to tell the tale. You know, it's a big shock to me. A lot of times, like, when people pass away, I think, oh, I wasn't even thinking about that person. And you start really thinking about them. You're like, oh, wow, yeah. Oh, they did this. Oh, they did that. Oh, they did this in my life. And they did this for my life. And, you know, I know, like, he was around in the 80s, but he was a massive part in WCW, like with Hollywood Hulk Hogan and the NWO. And he was huge in WWE as well. He was huge. So, I don't know what to say. I'm not, like, going to cry about it, but it's made me think, like, it's definitely left a hole in the wrestling world. You see what I'm saying? It's like, no matter how old you are, it's left a hole in the wrestling world. Like, you might be a certain age, a younger age than me, and I get it. You probably don't know about Hulk Hogan, or you just think, oh, no, I don't like him because he did whatever. Some heinous things, and I get that, right? But, I don't know. It's definitely left a mark on a lot of wrestlers. There's people pouring out about him online. So just try and remember that. He's definitely left a hole on people, especially who works with him. Like, they must have, like, and his family, of course. His family. But I've seen so many people, like wrestlers, talk about him, like Matt Hardy, and literally everyone. Like, everyone is just, you know, pouring out to him. To his family, sorry. Yeah, I don't know. This is a shock, and I think I needed to document this and talk about it because it's quite big. It's quite a big thing in the wrestling world, really. There's always big things that happen in the wrestling world, and this is one of them. And you can't say, "Oh well, I'll forget it tomorrow." I mean, like, if you're part of the wrestling world or you enjoy wrestling, I don't think you'll forget him all that quick. I don't know if there's people out there that would do that, but I mean, like, with Bray Wyatt, when he passed away, I kind of thought, wow, I'm really upset about that. He wasn't I wasn't a massive fan of Bray Wyatt, but I just remembered all what he'd done. I thought he was a great actor and all that, and great wrestler. Really good wrestler, in fact. And then everything started pouring out of him, like giving promos, and they were like sad. And then I started remembering even more. And there's going to be a lot of that with Hulk Hogan, like all the promos he's cut and done, and like moves he's done. I'll be like, oh, you remember that? Yeah, I remember that. Oh, I've seen that before. I remember this. You know, there's a lot of that going around, and like it's hard because we obviously lost Ozzy yesterday as well. So it's do you know what I mean? It's like 2 losses in 2 days, really, and it's kind of hard to comprehend what's, you know, not what's going on. I know what's going on, but just comprehend that the fact that they're not here anymore. You know, it's hard to accept certain things that come to an end in life, and it happens a lot. It happens all the time, you know. But it's just weird. Like, I didn't grow up thinking, oh, one day Hulk Hogan isn't going to be here. I didn't grow up thinking, oh, one day Ozzy Osbourne isn't going to be here. You know, you don't think about things that happen, and things can just happen, and it shocks you, sort of thing. Like this dude shocks me. It shocks me a lot. I mean, you know, he was on the Netflix thing and he got absolutely booed out of the building, and that was the last we saw of him. That was the last we saw of him, and now he's passed away. And I know that there's a lot of people out there that are upset, like more upset than I am. There's a lot of people, and you've just got to like take a second to like remember those people and understand how they're feeling, you know, because when things happen, you know, people act all differently, like in different ways and all that. So just like sometimes just be nice to people. Just be nice, even if you don't feel it. Just be nice, you know. This is the big thing that's happened. So yeah. I mean, I think the first time I saw Hulk Hogan is when he fought The Rock at WrestleMania. So it wasn't like the 80s or anything like that, and I wasn't watching wrestling properly. I just watched that match my friend showed me, and I was like, oh yeah, I really like The Rock because he's my favourite wrestler. And I've gone back and obviously know all about Hulk Hogan and all the things he got up to and all the wrestling things he done and all that lot. And it's just he had a bit of an event, didn't he? He had quite the event. And all these people talking about his line, etc. You know, it's all kind of, I don't want to say swept under the rug, but I don't know. People ain't thinking. Well, they do think about it. What am I talking about? I don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, Hulk Hogan that's a huge one. That is a huge one. I mean, if you agree, leave comments down below. If you don't agree, leave comments down below, and give me a subscribe and a like, because it's all free. Anyways, rest in peace, brother. Until next time, take care. Goodbye. Bye.